G'day, welcome back. Today is a Sunday, it is the 5th, so I'm just doing the rounds, going around the farm, and I'm going to show you what stock we have on this place and what I'm doing with them currently. So currently, yeah, it's 5th of May, last month of autumn, and we're going to winter for 3 months, spring for another 3, and so on and so forth. So these boys are our steer weaners. So I have one steer weaner that's up the hill that needs to come in with these, and these boys got a drench about a bit over 3 weeks ago. So they'll be due for a drench in the next 10 or so days. I need to look at my diary, find out, and plan the week. So potentially these boys might need a drench by the end of the week. They're nice and settled, and they're getting a bit of baleage as well as the grass. So I actually only just moved them in here this morning. Grass growth is slowed down. We've had 2 frosts in a row, one yesterday morning and one this morning. It was pretty cold, about 1 degree. So the grass will definitely slow down now. I'm expecting around about 15 to 18 kilos of dry matter growing each day per hectare. So in New Zealand we do per hectare, which is 100 by 100, 100 metres by 100 metres. Is 1 hectare, which is 10,000 square metres. So basically, in 1 hectare, we should grow around 15 kilos of this. So the goal is now is to make sure that all of this, by now, it actually should all be nice and palatable green grass. But as the winter goes on, you'll get more and more palatable fresh grass growth, and you should be cleaning up all the dead material like that. So that's the aim of the game. I wouldn't say, like, I'm explaining it to you, and this is helping me understand it as well. So I don't want you to think, oh, well, you know, Will, Hill Country Farmer, thinks he knows everything, because I don't, and this is all part of my learning process. So these boys, they've got 3 pieces of their rotation, so they will go from here into there, and then into there, and then back into here. So the idea is to get these boys to eat more. You shift them. They go into fresh feed, and then they let the other grass have the chance to grow again, and you get a better root structure, and then the plants can grow faster. So when a plant has not much leaf area, it will grow slower because it has less nutrients, as well as it has less ability to photosynthesize, which is basic plant science stuff. So if you have a greater leaf area, you're going to grow more grass. So basically, from a month ago until spring, you want to keep your covers higher, so that when I say covers, longer grasses, so that you can grow more grass. So that's the idea behind this, and let's go and see the tutus, mixed age ewes. We'll go and have a look at the cows and the earlies. Now, because I am giving these boys fresh green grass, I'm also supplementing with a small amount of baleage. Now this stuff binds up their guts, helps them digest the very palatable grass, and they should grow faster and utilise the grass better, so utilise the nutrients. So that's the idea behind that. Now I'm just in with the toodles. This is their feed in here, and in each of my sheep mobs I have a few cattle to help with worm burden and grazing. So the cattle will eat the long feed, the sheep will eat the short feed. In here, I've just put them in here for a day. They'll be shifted out tomorrow. They'll be going around here relatively fast. This is only around about a 10 to 15 day rotation. So ideally, in a perfect world, I'd be taking these out at around about a 1200 cover and then putting them in at around about a 1600 cover. Now I was just working out that it's going to take me around about 30 days to grow around about 400 kilograms of dry matter. So 1200 to 1600, it's going to take me 26 days. So because of this, I'm going to have to add in paddocks and hope that my grass grows faster than 15 kilos of dry matter per hectare. Otherwise, my ewes might be slightly underfed. So these boys, they are R2 Angus steers. So they're a rising 2-year-old. They're around about 18 months old now. These boys are going to go through the winter with us. We're going to have 100 steers for the winter, 2,500 ewes, 700 hoggets, of which half will be in lamb, 80 cows, and what else will we have? I think that's us. Oh, we will have our weaners as well, so the ones that we were just with. So ultimately we should have, in New Zealand, we have a standard stock unit measurement, which is a 50 kilo ewe, 1 lamb, which is around about 550 kilograms of dry matter per year. So that is one standard stock unit. So these boys are the equivalent of around about 6 standard stock units, because they will be eating around about between 10 and 12 over the winter. They might be a little bit less, might be between 8 and 11, depending on how well I want to grow them and how fast I want them finished. Now, so the ram is out with these toodles, so I need them to be growing. If they're growing, then they will more likely flush and be keen to take the ram and get in lamb. So, and ideally get in lamb as a twin. That is the aim of the game. Now these are our replacement ewe lambs. So we have 450 in here, around about 450, that have gone to the ram. So one of them in there is a ram. Actually, there's a few of them. There is 7. There's 7 in there, and they should do the trick. Now for rams, it should be 1 to 100, but for hoggets, it should be 1 to 50 ideally. So I'm not quite at 1 to 50, am I? I must be around about 1 to 60, 1 to 65. But if I keep them in nice small paddocks, they shouldn't have a problem. And yeah, they should be happy and going good, and hopefully get in lamb. And I just need to keep them growing. So ideally, I'd much prefer them on this feed. But at the moment, I've got them rotating around country that the cows have cleaned up, and they should be eating fairly good, nice, fresh feed. So that's the plan with these. So they need at least 450 kilos dry matter per day for the whole lot. So rule of thumb for these is at mating, they should be 60% of their mature live weight. So if they weigh 70 kilos, then they should be 60% of 70 kilos when the ram goes to them. So in a perfect world, these would all have to be 40 kilos before the ram went to them. But this year I have put the ram out to these girls, and some of them are down to 35 kilos. So maybe I should have just count my losses and not put the ram out. But we're sheep and beef farmers who are trying to make a living here in a hard year. So if I can still get these lambs up to weight and get a lamb out of them, it will be worth my time. I hope it will be worth my time. I don't know that. Nobody knows that. So we'll see. We'll see. I've just got to keep these girls growing. Here are the mixed stage. There's 1,450 ewes in here with 15 rams. No, 14 rams. One has, no, it's 15, but we have lost one out of here. I had 16 in with 1,450, and one, I don't know what got into him, but he was no good. So it could have been Clostridial disease or pneumonia, unsure. But anyway, these girls are being shifted every day to every 2 days currently. They're in here now, and tomorrow they're going through into there. I'd say the cover in here was around about 1,400 when they came in here, and they'll be going out at around about 1,000 now. So this is what they're eating, and this is what they're going on to. So this is pretty palatable, nice, fresh tucker. I'll get out of here and I'll show you. So what do you think the pasture cover is of this? I mean, let's take a good bite. So there we go. It's all pretty much 10.5 to 11.5 megajoules of metabolizable energy per kg of dry matter. So this is the good stuff, and I'd say that this pasture cover is actually, you let me know, but I could get a sward stick, they're pretty handy, but I think this would probably be 1,200. Sorry guys, I'm a bit late for the duck hunting, so I've got to go duck hunting with a mate, and tomorrow I might be able to finish off the earlies and the cows for you, and that's the farm really. That's what have I done? Totos, the mixed stage, the explained about the steers, the hoggets, and the then I'll do the cows and the earlies, and then that is us. That's everything on the farm. Right, well we've just done a quiet night shoot, Henry and myself, and on Henry's place, and got 31 ducks. Here we are down with the earlies, so they are in this 27 hectare paddock with the cows. So there's 55 cows in here, and I don't know if you can see that, but I've set a wire up down here so that these girls can just graze this face here. So I would predict that's about 9-10 hectares, but there's a fair bit of roughage in here. Now I'm looking forward to the day that everyone has halters. So I don't know if you know about the halters, but they're just the collars that you can control where your animals graze, so you don't need fences basically. They also do a whole lot of other things, but if I had them I wouldn't have to put up that wire. and move the wire. So that would be quite cool. But for now, I popped this wire up in the weekend, was it? No, it must have been last week. So yeah, they're doing a good job in there, and it looks like the wire's holding up. Just got a portable Gallagher solar electric fence unit on that wire, and it was doing about 4 kV. So yeah, it's obviously doing a good job. And these earlies are pretty happy in here. I just thought if I have a few ewes underneath the cows, they'll tidy up all the nice stuff and make sure that those cows are just eating the roughage. So there you go. Gives you a rough idea of a close-up for you. There's a bit of a pick of green stuff in here, but if you're a sheep, you're going to get some of that rough stuff as well. That's a bit better, there's a bit of rough stuff in there. But these earlies have got a fair bit of tucker to pick from, so they'll actually be doing all right in here. But there's so much of this. I mean, look at that. There's your hay for you. That's why I'm having to put that wire up, so that they eat that hay. And the cows will be doing, they probably won't be, they won't be putting on weight, but they shouldn't be taking it off. After weaning, they say you can take 10% of a cow's body weight off if they're in good condition already. That is, so 10% of 660 kilos. So they should be able to take off about 60 kilos off a fat cow. So it's not a big deal if they are not doing, if they're not growing, but they should be maintaining weight, these girls. Most of these are relatively fat. Some of them, a couple of light ones that I could pull out later on, and preferentially feed them a bit better. But for now, they are tidying things up. Here's our Gallagher little unit, and I should be doing around about 4, and it was when I set it up. We'll see how it's going now. Might be doing a little bit better even because of the sun. The sun will be on that solar panel pretty good. That's a go. No wonder they're not getting out. Well, there you go, there's a few cows for you. These are probably the fatter ones, but these are all in really good condition. You can see that she could take 60 kilos off and she'd be fine. But as long as you got feed to feed them coming into calving. Come and get up here, pup. Get up here, pup. But there are some lighter ones in here. Here are the earlies for you. So the majority of these girls are quite fat. In the past we've had problems with them being too fat and having too big of lambs and getting dystocia on the flats. So last year I felt like leaving these girls on the hill for longer helped with minimising dystocia, but we'll see how they go this year again. Whereas previously we've purchased in big fat ewes that have been fed really well up until they are sold. We've taken them, put them on the flats, and they've been fed really well the whole way through, and have high rates of high losses really. So this year hopefully not too bad. We'll see how they go, but they're looking good, which is great, because then big fat ewe put out some big fat lamb, and then they grow really fast on the flats, and then you get a lot off at weaning time. So that's the idea. That's what's going on in my head. Yeah, so a bit of a different video for you today. I just thought if I'd take some drone footage and get some good footage of the stock and the country, and in another 3 months, in mid-July or mid-August, you'll be able to see the difference between autumn, winter, spring, summer, and I'll be able to see the difference too. It's it changes quite drastically from what it looks like in autumn to winter. So yeah, hope you enjoy the video, and thanks very much for watching.